I did a video last week, right? About why Scott McTominay...
I did not watch it.
Being a... cheers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Why Scott McTominay being a squad player is a positive thing for United. It means that there's a lot of serious players in and around the first team and he can be used sparingly. Then the international break happens and he decides to go on like... I don't even know. He scored 4 goals.
Back-to-back braces.
Back-to-back braces from midfield. Now, one was against Cyprus, and no disrespect to Cyprus, but they're
Best thing about him is Iron Apple.
Lovely holiday destination. Football team, lovely holiday destination. Right, so then he follows that up by scoring a brace against Spain. And now there ain't any lovely holiday destination. No way that you're going to be belittling Spain as a national team.
Okay.
So
I'm of the belief of Cyprus, obviously.
Great
Spain,
destination.
But it's still hard to score goals from
You've been
midfield.
Napa. You've been Napa.
I've never been Napa.
Oh, man.
I'm one of them people. I've only ever done one lad's holiday, and it was when I was 18, and it was Ibiza. So I started out like there and just didn't really do the little. I'm not going to use that
Great
word.
holiday destinations.
Yes, do you know what I mean? The great holiday destinations, lesser ones. Do you know what I mean? That are a little bit less hygienic. Do you know what I mean? But.
Iron Appa's not. Listen,
no.
The likes of Magaluffa and they're your sort of Blackpool by the Sea kind of venues.
There's still a gap. Do you know what I mean?
In the 2000s, because that's how old I am. 2000s, Iron Appa was a gaff. Iron Appa was on. It was you went Iron Appa for your garage. You did a beefer for your trance, and it was some people like me that like both, so can rock between the both.
Time's moved on. I feel I'm too old for Napa now.
Or too young because there's a different demo. Anyway, right.
Yeah, anyway.
Listen,
Yeah,
so
right,
Spain,
yes.
Great holiday destination, great football team.
I'm just saying it's reactionary, in my personal belief. People have now gone from saying that he was nowhere near good enough to play for United, which I agreed with.
Ronnie, I have had tweets about Scott McTominay.
This is what I'm saying.
Does he need to play up front?
He scored.
No, he doesn't need to play up front.
No, he scores two.
Wow.
He scores 2 braces in international week, and then all of a sudden, because people are so like reactionary, as I said, just saying that he deserves to either start up front or he's got a career now, and they just basically forget everything, and then they're pinning it on a different kind of football. In international week of him scoring 2 goals in 2 games, so 2 games in international week basically alleviates everything he's done in the past couple of years. Why are people acting surprised? I think McTominay has a couple of decent traits. And one of them always has been his ability to he's got a good strike from outside the box.
He scores goals.
He can score goals from midfield. He's always been that type of player anyway. So I don't know why people are saying that's some sort of surprise thing that no one knew about. But in terms of being a midfielder for United and what we need in our philosophy, in our team, at our level, he's just not it. And he never will be. He's not good enough on the ball. He doesn't show good angles to press.
What's the question we're doing here? Is it
keep
him for the squad?
Is he good enough to stay as at least a squad player, or is his career at United should be done so? And I think it should be done so.
All right, so you're saying,
yeah,
move him on in the summer.
I think he needs to be moved on. The only issue, he probably is joining Newcastle. I think he fits Newcastle perfectly, but I think that's his absolute ceiling. Because what McTominay is, and I was ahead of the curve in saying this, I said 6 months ago when I saw Longstaff who were going to sign for 50 mil. I think McTominay is just basically a slightly more premium version of Longstaff. And not going to lie to you, some of the form that Longstaff has shown in the past few months has shown that he probably is around the same level.
Scott's interesting, right? Because there are attributes of him, and I don't like calling a player a hard worker. Because if I'm calling you a hard worker, you haven't got the quality. And a couple of switches of play do not equal the quality that you require.
So what you're saying is a passion merchant?
A little bit, yeah, because when I look at the qualities that are required to play for United, when I think about what you need in midfield, a couple of switches aren't it. Like that. It's the same people who think Harry Maguire is a good ball-playing defender. He's not. Watch him. He's not. And it's the same with Scott McTominay. He's limited with the ball. I see him hiding from it.
So you agree?
I see him hiding from the ball in possession, and I also see him look at someone the same way Maguire does, by the way, where he sees someone and he goes, "Nope, I'll play it sideways, or I'll play a safe ball." And when him and Fred were playing together, neither of them had the ability to be able to play that sort of ball. And that's why United were terrible and slow at moving the ball through the thirds. Do I agree with you that you want to move him on in the summer? Not quite. I think there's still a spot for him because there's games when this United team ain't polished. Yeah. In our final form, no. He's probably moved on by then. But this summer, this season, we've seen that with the injuries that we've had, with the suspensions that we had, that's not going to change next year. Even if you sign another midfielder, that's not going to change next year. There's still going to be injuries happen. There's still going to be suspensions happen. And there's still going to be games where packing the midfield with hard workers is going to be what we need to do. If we get in the Champions League and we go to the Bernabeu next year, we're not going toe-to-toe with them, I don't think.
Why not? But the thing is, if you narrow down the question of whether he needs to go, he still does, because for the midfield profile that we need, there's two very distinct ones in the pivot, especially with Ten Hag. And you've got Casemiro type, destroyer, defensively aware, character, has the ability to receive in a deep line and pass. McTominay can't do that. Then you've got the other one, which is you've got the slightly more press resistant, progressive part of the midfield pivot, which is what you
bit more of a dribbler.
Bit of a dribbler. Someone like a De Jong, who we are looking after, who we're looking to try and get. But you got similar profiles.
A creator like Eriksen.
Exactly. Even Eriksen, but a little bit more mobility, so a little bit more box to box. And McTominay doesn't fit that profile either. So where does he fit? He, as I said, he probably will need to go and play for the likes of Newcastle or like a West Ham. He just seems like that type of player, because I think he suits what they're trying to do a little bit more.
Declan
but
Rice
I think
moves from West Ham in the summer as a Scott McTominay sort of backfill.
He's better than Declan Rice. Is better than McTominay.
But a Declan as a West Ham able to attract anyone better than that?
Yeah. The issue is people are worried that McTominay goes to Newcastle and turns into a bit of a world beater. I don't think so. I think there is definitely a difference where like playing for United and being at an elite level is miles different from the lower clubs. Because someone can be bang average for United, less, but they go to a club slightly smaller and they look brilliant. We've seen that before. But in my personal opinion, we've seen it with Pereira, obviously at Fulham. But,
that's a good shout.
But
no, it's not a good shout. Pereira had shown flashes at United of his ability.
No, but my whole point is of them not being the calibre for United. But if they go to a less Premier League team, they look good. They're more than good enough. Yeah. But I just think McTominay isn't it. I think we've seen enough. I've still got nightmares for McFred, and I think he needs to be gone.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.